Welcome to the QuMind Academy video tutorial for using the crosstabs tool. To find the crosstabs tool, please locate yourself on the left-hand side menu, click on the Analytics drop-down and click on crosstabs. Once you open the crosstabs tool, you'll be presented with a list of available crosstabs. This list will depend on whether you've created a crosstab in the past. If you haven't, it will be empty. If you have, you will have them listed before you. You have a keyword search at the top to help you locate different crosstabs. You also have the ability to remove crosstabs by archiving and saving them for later, or deleting crosstabs as well. Simply select the crosstab and then select archive or delete. To create a new crosstab, click on the option New Crosstab in the top right. Select the survey from which the data will come to build your crosstab, and then underneath give yourself a name for the crosstab. Click Create and it will open up the crosstab tool. There are a few features in the crosstab. Let's start with the first and most important. On the left-hand side, you have a search tool. This will help you find different variables within the survey. These variables are the points of data available to you to build a crosstab. Underneath, you will see an option called Global Variables. Global Variables is an area where you can add breaks into tables and apply them to all or some questions all at once. Below you have your survey variables, so these are the points of data available to you from which you can create a crosstab. In this particular survey, typical questions such as gender, age, region are available for building our crosstabs. Below you will find further options called filters and breaks. And beneath that, elements such as mean scores, base totals, net rows, columns, text rows. Please consult the various guides to deep dive each of those particular options. In order to begin, we will return to survey variables. To build a simple single table crosstab, select the question from which you wish to create this table, click and drag and drop into the right-hand side into the red box. You will see on screen the crosstab is starting to take form. In this particular crosstab, we have used the gender question as the basis, and then we have the total base, which are the total answers given to this question in the survey. If we want to show data, once we create the crosstab, we must click on Run. Run will enable the data to show on screen as per this example. If we wish to add what we call a break to the crosstab, and a break is a slice of data by which you cut the question on the screen, we simply go to the left-hand side, survey variables, we select the question by clicking and dragging and dropping, and we choose the option we wish to apply. In this case, we are applying a break. You will then be presented with this screen. You have the option to change the question text, and we have further options to apply significance testing, simply by clicking on the tick box. We can also edit or change the way data is displayed in our break by looking at the codes below. Answer is under 18 in this case. There are other answer codes available, and they can be accessed by clicking on the green icon. By answer codes, we are referring to all the different answer options available in the survey that your survey respondents have taken. You can see by clicking on the green icon, we now have all available age groups in this particular example. If we wish to remove particular age groups and customize the break, we can by clicking on the minus icon. We've now removed under 18s. We will not be using them for our hour break in this example. We have 18:24, 25:34, 35:44. Let's remove 45 plus. And let's remove 55 plus, leaving us with 2 breaks. Click to confirm changes and add the break into your crosstab. You can see now we have age crossed by gender. This will show us, in this case, the number of 1824s who are males and females and so on. As before, we must click Run in order to see the results in the table. Make sure you save your changes so that you do not lose any data. Once we've saved our changes, we can now start looking at further options. If I wish to create another table, so a second table, again, I can just select the data source, in this case, the survey question from which I'm going to build my crosstab by clicking on the left, dragging and dropping to the right, and dropping it into the responding option. In this case, I want to create a new table after the current table. We can see we've now created an age crosstab, which is appearing after gender as selected. In order to add a break or multiple breaks to this question, just as we did with gender, we can click, drag and drop across and drop the option into apply as break. Just like before, we are able to rename the question if we so want to. We can apply or not apply significance testing. In this case, we won't. We will click on the green icon to display all available answer code options for our break. Obviously, this is a lot of answer code options as we have all US states. I'm going to remove a few so we can decrease the size of the break so the information is more eligible. And I'm going to confirm my changes to add the break into the table. Now we can see region, as in US state, crossed by age group. In this case, we'll be able to see how many under 18s are living in Alabama, etc. As before, click Run to view your data. And you can see the data coming through. Save changes so you do not lose any of the work that you are building. We now have 2 tables. To move between created tables, simply go to the Tables option on the left, and then select the table which you wish to view. In this case, I've selected gender, and this is what's shown on screen. Now I've selected my age table, and this is what I can see on the screen as well. In order to create tables for groups of questions within your survey, so to apply the creation of tables to say 5 or 6 or even more or all questions available, we can do this by clicking on the icon Batch Insert Variables. This is the blue icon on screen in the top right. When you select this option, you will see all available questions in the survey have been selected automatically. This means that, in theory, you can create a table for all available survey questions in one go. Obviously, you may not want to do this, and you may want to select particular types of questions, which you can do using the filter option. If I deselect all, I can then tick a series of tables which I do want to create and to create in one go. In this case, I'm taking the first set of questions, and I'm going to take a few questions towards the end. Once I've selected all the questions I want to create tables for in a batch, I can click Start Batch. You will see on the screen the tables are created in front of you. Please note the screen might flicker as the tables are being created. This is normal and this is correct. Once all tables have been created, you will see the flickering on the screen stops as those tables are being created, and on the left-hand side you now have a series of new tables. Of course, we haven't applied any breaks to these tables, so all we can see is the question and then the total column on the right hand side. As you scroll down, you see more of the tables we've just created. Also, you'll see there is no data in those tables because we haven't clicked Run. So if we click Run now, the data will start to appear in all available tables, like so. In order to apply breaks to large or small groups of tables in one go, we can do this by clicking on Global Variables. Global variables will allow you to apply a break to all available tables. So all survey questions for which you've created a table, we can apply a break to all of them in one go. In this case, we've selected the option Global Variables under Tables. We are now going down to Survey Variables, where we can select the different data points which we can use to create a break. Remember, a break is where you cross one data point with another. In this case, we're going to apply a gender break to all available tables, like so. And we are also going to apply an age break. By dragging and dropping, apply it as break, we're selecting all available options and confirming changes. And one last break for this particular example, we are also going to take question A3. We're going to drag and drop this over, apply as a break as well, select all available options by clicking on the green icon and confirm changes. When we're ready to go, I urge you to press save to not lose any of your work, and then press run. Again, as we change our tables and we edit, we must always press run in order to see the latest data in our table. When you press run, the more tables you build, the more breaks you add, the longer it might take to update. You can see the progress by looking at the progress bar, which will appear at the top of the screen. You can also see where data is being prepared by the status of running on particular tables. Whilst the tables are being updated, you can of course go into them and look at the tables where data has been added already. In this case, we have applied the breaks to a group of tables. As you can see, we've applied gender, age, and question A3. We can now see all the data appearing on the screen, like so. If we go back to our gender table, for example, we can see all the information. Again, the data is sliced. We have, in this case, gender crossed by age. We can see there are 23 18 to 24s in total, of which 9 are male and 14 are female. If we wish to change what is being displayed on the screen, for example, we wish to view percentages, we can click on the option View and we can select percentages by ticking Show Percentages. Apply to all, and then you'll see percentages appear. Remember, save your work, then click Run in order to apply the data to the table. In this case, we can see percentages are now appearing alongside raw counts. If we wish to remove raw counts, we can deselect Show Panelists, apply, click Run. Now we have just percentages. Click Save to not lose your work. If you wish to export your file, you can do this by clicking on Export, and it will give you two options. One is a public link, which you could in theory share with stakeholders, and the second is an Excel export. With Excel, it will export your crosstabs into an Excel format. Select Excel and click Export to create a copy. Please review our other guides to using crosstabs to deep dive the various and advanced features available to you.